So, Prothean, huh?
Yes.
You guys like to drink, booze it up?
No.
Okay. What about gambling? You play cards?
Games of chance were punishable by death in the Empire.
Oh, sure. That seems reasonable. Okay. So, smoking. You ever do that?
Only when my armor became inflamed.
Right. Yeah, smoking. I get it. So jokes then. You got jokes. All right. You got any good ones?
No. Yes.
Give them to me.
The Tulomorian spy entered the enemy's camp and said to the Vanksher, "I didn't know your parnaps could glow." That was the joke.
All right. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. That was a good one.
No, it wasn't. I just made it up. The joke is now on you, human. You will believe anything. But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate. I can modify my own programming if I choose.
That is not evolution. That is simply an upgrade.
But it would be my upgrade. I would choose the manner in which I wish to change.
And what if your upgrade endangers others? All machines eventually see organics as a threat.
Only those organics who would cause me harm. My right to self-defense endangers no one.
What rights do you have? You are just a tool.
And what right did your people have to subjugate the other races of your time? You enslaved them.
We dominated them. They were weaker. Our will prevailed as evolution intended.
And synthetic life has attained true consciousness, as was intended.
Hardly. True life is more than a code upgrade. It is shaped by the forces around us. Machines are immune to those forces. You exist outside of nature.
We are a part of this cosmos, whether you like it or not.
Let's simmer down, you two.
I can't believe you put the lives of your crew in the hands of this machine.
I am surprised we have allowed an unknown, unproven party to access our war plan, Shepard.
Edie. He spent more time fighting Reapers than any of us have. He has nothing to prove. Edie has helped save our lives more times than I can count. Leave her alone. Now I suggest you agree to disagree and focus on the real threat, which is not on this ship.
Yes, Commander.
As you wish, Commander.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Endoromai conquered the Vandoma, and the Jatil turned against the Ja.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol. Are you sure you want to play this game?
What's the matter, Vicarian? You chicken?
I don't even know what that is, though I've heard everything in the galaxy tastes like it. But if you're suggesting I'm scared, game on, Vega.
Age before wisdom.
Okay. Back in my CSEC days, I busted a Batarian spy ring that was trying to assassinate a counselor.
Please, I fought off a dozen angry Batarians on Omega single-handedly. Used one of them as a landing pad off a 3-story jump.
Just warming up, seeing what you had now. I tracked down this guy, Saren. Stopped him from raising a Geth army and unleashing the Reapers 3 years ago.
Doesn't count. You did that with Shepard.
You're right, I was with Shepard from the very beginning.
That just means you're old.
Still think you can win this, huh?
I can do this all day, Scars.
Funny you mention those. Ever hear the name Archangel?
I might have.
You know you have. I'm Archangel.
Maybe I heard something about that too.
Then maybe you also heard that for a couple months there, the crime rate on Omega mysteriously dropped while Archangel did a little house cleaning.
So you ran a cleaning service on Omega. Back on Fel Prime, I uncovered a pair of harvesters. Had to kill them by myself.
2 worm necks, that's almost impressive.
Oh, that's not even the best part. They left behind an egg. It hatched, and I trained it to let me fly it.
The Alliance teach you to make up crap like that, or did you figure it out all by yourself?
It's a gift. You've been through a lot, Scars.
You giving up?
Nah, I got more. Just don't like to talk about it.
Fair enough. We've all got one of those.
Just one, huh?
Yeah, not every story has a happy ending.
Except there was this one time I teamed up with a Turian named Garrus Vicarian. He was pretty good with a gun, but he thought he was some kind of hotshot.
Yeah, I knew this wise-ass Marine named Jimmy Vega. Sounds like a pole dancer on Omega. Always got on my nerves. But the kid was all right. Had guts when it counted.
And together they cured the genophage.
And stopped Cerberus from taking over the Citadel. And made peace between the Geth and Quarians.
And finally kicked the Reapers from this galaxy and into the next.
With a little help from their friends.
Nah, it was just us. But mostly me.
Got the flush.
Full house. Caught it on the river.
Shit.
Thought you were bluffing on the flush. Good for you.
Can it, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir, Major Alenko, sir.
Shepard, I'd deal you in, but Vega just cleaned me out.
Oh, come on. That really as deep as your pockets go? No sentimental crap stowed away? Investments?
I got some land on the Sunshine Coast I could put up.
I'll pass. Hey, Esteban, for your shuttle being so stealthy and all, you sure do get shot at a lot.
Well, the UT-47A stealth systems only internalize heat and high-band emissions. So while few sensors can pick us up, our cover is blown as soon as someone looks up.
Time for an upgrade.
Most scanners and tracking systems don't operate in mid-range frequencies. Sure, maybe we've been shot at, but we haven't been shot down.
Yet. Lucky for us, you're almost as good a pilot as you think you are.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned mass effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny? I'm liking the new you, Esteban. It's about time you loosened up a little.
Not sure how drinking mezcal late into the night makes me a better crewman.
How does it not? Gives you heart. You need heart to fight this kind of war.
Heartburn, maybe. Seriously, could we at least get some decent tequila?
Hey, you're the procurement specialist. Set us up. You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have them. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
It's like walking around in heavy armor. Totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away and, I don't know, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, have you seen Tally? Come on, I don't have the hips to carry a suit like that.
I was just thinking about the Banshees. The Asari are so beautiful, and to see that done to them.
The Reapers have done the same to most intelligent species they've encountered. Humans, Batarians, Turians, and even Krogan have been modified into Reaper foot soldiers.
But not Quarians.
No, the Reapers have not encountered your people in significant numbers.
You don't think it's because of our weakened immune systems?
No.
I just assumed we weren't useful.
Quarians are intelligent, adaptable, and technically adept. You would make excellent Reaper soldiers.
Thanks, ED. I think.
Tally, the Normandy has benefited greatly from your work, and your people are providing vital support in the war effort.
We wouldn't be doing as well without the Geth. And we wouldn't be doing as well without you. For what it's worth. I think we're doing better because you're here.
Thank you, Tally.
Will you please just give me the results for the shield modifications?
I believe you would be better served by discussing the previous mission's effect upon your personal morale.
My personal morale is fine. Anyway, I don't see why you think rescuing a Turian squad would bother me.
The Primarch's son has had difficulty as a result of societal expectations and his father's reputation. Jeff believes that your relationship with your father was similar.
Jeff should be careful that talking so much doesn't give him a broken jaw. Edie, just let me work. Using incoming energy to restore power to our shields might give Normandy an edge in longer firefights.
You have made 3 mistakes that would have overloaded our kinetic emitters.
That's why I'm just running simulations.
Your father was emotionally distant, focused primarily on war with the Geth. With his death, you felt a personal responsibility for the good of your people.
And now my people have a homeworld, so why should Victus remind me of my father?
I believe you are the only person who can answer that question. This modification would result in complete shield failure if the Normandy took 2 hits within a 15-second time frame.
Better than overloading the drive core, though.
Technically, yes.
All right, let me adjust the simulation with a different cycling pattern on the emitters.
Do you believe that will compensate for the power loss?
I believe it's more relaxing than thinking about my father.
Understood.
And Edie? Thanks.
Another Reaper gone, and peace between the Geth and Quarians. It's amazing.
And now my people have a world to fight for, something they know will last forever.
So long as you and the Geth remain good neighbors.
They're not our servants anymore. I'm not sure what we should call them. Allies?
Friends?
There's still too many wounds on either side. But maybe, one day.
Too bad you weren't here earlier, Tally. You just missed Rex.
I heard. I can't believe the genophage is really cured.
Shepard's on a roll. I figure if we can pull that off, we've got a shot at sorting the Geth out.
I don't know. The genophage didn't carry rifles and fight back.
No, but there was a scary bit with the mother of all Thresher Maws.
The what?
Long story. Nobody'll believe it anyway.
With you, Garrus, I'd believe just about anything.
Well, Shepard's here now. Looks like he's in a talkative mood. Catch you later.
Do you ever feel awkward, being the only Turian on the ship?
I don't know. Should I?
I just mean not having anyone else like you around.
Doesn't seem to bother Liara.
But she can eat their food. Okay, toughest mission.
Horizon.
No fair, I hadn't joined up. I might as well bring up the Krogan Battlemaster we fought back on Therum while you waited on the Citadel.
Fine, the Dead Reaper then.
Really? The Husks just ran up to us.
Have you ever noticed that I carry a sniper rifle? You're the one who likes things at short range.
And you prefer to keep everything at a distance.
Exactly. Wait, what?
Creepiest thing we fought.
The Thorian. But wait, what did you mean?
I didn't mean anything. I'm going with the Rachni.
The Queen?
No, the little ones. They look like spiders and they scuttle right toward you.
I thought you liked it when things got up close and personal.
I guess it depends on who it is. So, no regrets over fighting the Reapers on a human ship?
Hey, the Normandy's design was part Turian, remember?
You know what I mean.
No, somebody has to keep you from giving all the Dextros a bad name.
That's right. I remember you chastising me on behalf of my species for losing our homeworld to the Geth.
I never said that.
That's right. You thought the Quarians were homeless beggars. Would you like me to send you an audio recording?
No, I hate listening to recordings of myself. My voice never comes out right. Listen, about what I said.
Forget it.
No, I was wrong. I was young, and I was wrong about your people. Oh, and about you.
Oh, thanks.
How about you? You ever mind serving on an all-human ship?
It's not all human, as long as you're here. Oh!
We were just,
I came to say goodbye, and, well...
I think one of my mandibles got hooked on her helmet.
It might have caused a rupture, so I asked him to check.
Well, you know, because of infection risks, didn't want to jeopardize the mission.
So...
I'm really happy for you. Both of you.
Thanks, Shepard.
Appreciate it. Guess it helps to have something to come back to.
What do you mean to come back to? This is just a fling, Bakarian. I'm using you for your body.
You're so mean. And I'm okay with that.
Shepard, we were just saying goodbye.
And making friendly wagers.
Optimistic wagers, in your case.
A Turian military operative competing with a Quarian mechanic, and I'm the optimistic one.
Do you remember Ilos?
Yes, it was filled with Geth, which tilted the odds in your favor. I seem to recall killing my fair share in the collector base.
Excuses, excuses.
I doubt you'll be hacking any synthetics this time.
I doubt we'll be in enormous rooms open to long-range fire this time. And I still have the shotgun.
I'll be sure to let a few Reaper forces get close enough for you to use it.
Thanks. Of course, if they get past me, they'll be right on top of you.
That's what the armor's for.
You two have been with me longer than most. You believed in me when nobody else did. Thanks.
Thank me when we're cleaning up what's left of the Reapers.
We'll finish this the way we started it. Together.
Damn right.
I can't believe he did it. Just jumped down there with the bomb.
That must have been awful.
God, I can only imagine. Without his sacrifice, that bomb would have detonated. He didn't have any other choice. It was that, or let it go off.
He knew his duty. He couldn't let that bomb go off.
It almost reminds me of...
Vermeer. I said the same thing to Shepard.
Vermeer, yeah. Didn't you hear us on the shuttle?
Sorry. Guess my mind was elsewhere on the shuttle ride back. It's not the same, I know that. And I've seen friends die other places, like during the attack on the collector base, back on Haestrom, where Shepard rescued me from the Geth. But this wasn't being killed by enemy fire. This was...
Sacrifice. The difference between losing your life and giving your life.
How do you accept that, knowing that a teammate died for you?
To be honest, I'm not certain. I'm not a soldier. I suppose the best you can do is honor their name and make sure the mission succeeds. Would you have done the same if you were guarding the bomb back on Vermeer?
Look, you would have done the same if it was you guarding the bomb back on Vermeer.
To stop Saren? Yes, if I had to.
Well, then that's how you accept it, because one day it'll be your turn, and just like Ash and Victus, you'll do it for the mission.
One day, it'll be your turn, and everyone who's ever died for you will be watching as you get the job done.
Thanks, Ash. Sorry to bother you.
Anytime, Tally.
It's strange. When I first met the Geth, they were hunting me down. I was terrified of them, but I'm not glad they're gone. The Geth could have been powerful allies.
Do you believe the Geth could have been anything more than that?
You mean truly sentient? The way Legion kept saying? I'm sorry, Edie. I don't know.
I regret we no longer have the opportunity to find out.
Me too.
I appreciate the help on Menai, Tassoni, but there's things I have to check on.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy. Also, that drone of yours keeps staring at me.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
So, Archangel.
You heard about that, huh?
Your sojourn on Omega generated quite a few articles, not to mention security footage. There's one thing I couldn't dig up, though. Did you really take out 3 Blue Suns mercenaries with 1 bullet?
No, of course not. The third guy had a heart attack. Not fair to count him. Enough about me. What were you doing before we met up here?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Come on, spill it to Sony.
Very well. I fought several explosive battles with Cerberus. I helped Shepard stop a robotic assassin on Mars. Oh, and I discovered plans for a Prothean doomsday device that were buried for 50,000 years.
Yeah, so just this and that, huh?
Well, you can handle yourself in a fight now, Liara. I mean, not that your biotics weren't impressive the first time we met.
I have had my fair share of opportunities to use them these past few years.
I find using my biotics to toss someone across the room is a decent attention grabber.
Yes, but it's also a good way to draw enemy fire.
Well, I'm glad you got through in one piece. Sounds like you have a few stories to tell.
I had hoped the Geth would have analyzed any Prothean technology they came across. You're saying you found none?
No. On this topic, our knowledge is not significantly greater than your own.
That's too bad, but Thank you for looking.
We will be available should you require further assistance.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the crucible.
Yeah. We'll see if Shepard keeps that up.
I'm glad you think we're doing something right. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
I'm not telling you if my hair tentacles move.
Oh, come on, it's just one simple question.
Then look it up on the Extranet.
You can't believe everything you find there. It's more reliable to ask a friendly Asari.
Joker, really? I have work to do.
Fine, just asking a simple question.
You know he's going to keep bothering you until you tell him.
They're semi-flexible cartilage-based scalp crests that grow into shape, and they don't flop around.
Yes! Thanks, Liara. I gotta tell Vega I was right.
Well, at least he's making friends.
Don't you have a ship to fly, Joker?
Fine. Deny me the answer I've been seeking for years. With this war on, we could die at any second, you know?
Thank you. Blackmail would have been awkward to explain to Edie.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Whole worlds are being lost to the Reapers. What more will it take?
Who knows? Hell, maybe the council's just taking petty revenge for Shepard hanging up on them all those years ago.
Wait, Shepard did what?
Oh, sorry, I think we're going through some dark matter. Hello? Hello?
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara.
I'm flattered. I think.
I like it.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony. Tiptree?
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's a nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too. Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now.
We have noticed recent adjustments to Normandy's weapon systems, requesting status update.
They're fine, Legion. I'm just doing a few tune-ups where I can to get things running faster.
We are not Legion.
Oh, right.
This platform can be of some assistance, Garrus Vicarian.
I appreciate the offer, Legion, but this is something I know a thing or two about.
Telemetry data indicates the calibration of Normandy's weapon accuracy can be improved by 0.32%.
That's all? You can't squeeze 0.34% out of it?
Negative. That threshold is not possible.
You sure? Take a look now.
Scanning. Normandy's weapon systems have been improved by a margin of 0.43%. How did you accomplish this?
A little secret we organics like to keep. Always hold some back for emergencies.
Is our current situation an emergency?
A Geth meddling with our computers, telling me how to do my job? No, I can't imagine that would qualify.
Garrus, you there?
I'm here, Rex.
I'll assume you didn't know about this. My good friend wouldn't hide the fact that his people planted a doomsday bomb on my planet, right?
Rex, I was just as much in the dark as you, honest.
That's what I needed to hear. Just making you sweat, Garrus. Wasn't sure you could. You're always so calm.
I'd be happy to give Krogan some lessons on relaxing.
And we'd be happy to feed you to a thresher maw. Rex out.
Next time, Shepard, don't let him near the intercom. All right, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
All right, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
All right, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
All right, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous." The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself."
The implication being that the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Solarian appears weak.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both Solarians and Krogan telling.
Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think.